Alright guys, just trying out the new 7 Black. So a couple projects I was doing was putting this composite decking down. Made a couple my shadows in the way. We got a planter basket there. Got new patio furniture my wife's putting together. There's her hot tub. There's another planter there. That's a planter. It's got a light post, and that of course comes on solar power. But here's the hot tub, the deck that I had put on a couple years ago. But there's the roof. That's going to be the canopy that's going to go over top of this hot tub for her. That way, rain, snow, sleet, shine, whatever, she's able to get into the hot tub. Down here, that's the other thing Boxy's been playing around with. Putting a garden in. This was inspired by D's Beyond Blessed, container gardening. My rototiller went kaputs on me 2 years ago, and I didn't put a garden in. You can kind of see where the garden used to be, but so I made these buckets. Potting soil is pretty expensive. One of those big bags costs anywhere between $13 and $16. So I went and got a 3 cubic foot of peat moss. I have compost and manure over here, and then I have topsoil here. I got 2 bags of each, and what I would do is I would mix a half a bag of manure, a half a bag of topsoil, and then I would do 1.5 5-gallon buckets of topsoil. I would mix that stuff all up, and then I put fertilizer in that and mix it up, so that way when I go and plant in here, there is fertilizer in there. I put bone meal in there, and as you see, I got my 4 tomato plants right here, and then I have my pepper plants. I got 2 in each bucket. We're gonna see how they do. I've always been told that you gotta leave room so they're not touching and stuff. However, with these not being in the ground, I watched a YouTube video, and guy said you can get 2 pepper plants if you put them on the outside edges. You can get 2 pepper plants as long as you keep them well watered. So you see the tubes. Over here, not planted yet, but I'm gonna have, I have these wire trellises here. So I got probably 2 cucumbers in that bucket, 2 cucumbers in that bucket, so they can grow there. This bucket here is gonna have zucchini, and then this bucket's gonna have yellow squash, and then that bucket over there is gonna be my pole beans. I still got to find some buckets. I got watermelon that we're going to plant. A couple other things. I do have some onions, so I got to just find a shallow container for that. And then my wife wanted some sunflowers, and what I'm going to do with the sunflowers is get a few of them working, and right here on the end of this deck here. I'm just gonna work up this soil, and we'll plant a couple sunflowers there, so they'll kind of grow up here. Just be something nice to check out. So there's the steps I just ripped up. I did a time lapse to check on it, see how that worked. But so on my deck here, you guys can see, I don't know if you can see in this video, but it kind of slopes up a little bit. Did that back 10 years ago when I built the house. I wanted a slope coming out of the house there, so that way when it rained, it would run down the deck. There wouldn't be standing water there, and of course then it would be over my my 2-foot over dig, so I didn't get water down into my my natural drains. However, over the years, it has settled right here in the center, and it used to be about a 1/2 inch. Now it's probably about 1 inch. You come out about 18 inches and it drops about 1 inch. So it's pretty aggressive, but it'll be just fine. Here's my decking boards. I'm gonna have to cut in 6-foot pieces. I'll finish putting them on the steps there. That'll be done. It's just a matter of screwing them down. I want to show you these. There's my pile of boards that got all ripped up. My son Arn's helping me get the nails out, and I'm gonna repurpose the boards that are good. I'm gonna make some raised beds out of them. Not so much as like gardening raised beds, but it'll be probably a 2-foot platform type bed that I will then take, and those will sit on them. I can level it out and just get some up off the ground. I can mow. I'll be able to weed eat under the trays. So eventually what I'll do is I'll have it set up to where it's self-watering and stuff. So that'll be pretty cool. But guys got the boat out. Wanted to see if I can zoom on this. You know, like I said, this is this GoPro is new to me, so just trying to find out the features, and I'm kind of playing around with it. But I got something going on. But we got the boat out. Of course, spring bites probably on the back end of it, and we haven't had it on the water yet. We'll try and maybe get it out there next weekend if the weather's cooperating. All right, guys, that's a few things that Boxy's been doing. I do want to spray some weed killer and get all these weeds in my beds and stuff taken care of. And then we'll come back and we will finish putting the decking boards down on here.